Hey nerds, welcome to Jared Reacts. Today, we're going to react to Season 4, Episode 6 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, entitled Wild at Heart. If you're new here, if you subscribe to daily content, there's a reaction. Links in the description box down below for the Patreon, the stream, and everything in between. Jerry will do his best work behind the scenes in just a few moments, and we can get started from there. What on earth? So, we had some weird episodes of Buffy. Right, we had the really good Fear Itself, and then we came back and had Beer Bad, and Beer Bad it wasn't a bad episode. It was funny, if anything. It just it didn't seem like it was necessary. But we also had Fall to Pieces over on Angel, so it was kind of a mixed bag. No crossover for a minute. It looks like between the two after they disperse of the ring over on Angel. I'm trying to think of the current storylines that we got. Buffy's still just being Buffy. Xander probably doesn't have a job now. We got Willow and Oz. We got Oz being kind of weird with the little hookah chick, Veruca, whatever her name is. Willow kind of not understanding what that's about. We got we haven't seen a whole bunch of Giles, but at the same time, he's been around. Riley has just been kind of seems like an interest. The last episode did end with Buffy head bonking Parker in the head with the big club. It's been quite a few days since I've watched an episode, so I'm trying to remember everything in real time here. And then over on Angel, he's just doing his Angel detective work. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hop into these episodes. We're going to knock them out of the park. And yeah. So anyways, I'll go ahead and put Jerry behind the scenes. Enough yapping. We'll just take it in real time, and we'll discuss as we go. And we can watch. My eyeballs are still trying to get adjusted to the screen here. Wearing glasses for like a week straight. I don't think it was funny. Who got me? Ow! I mean, that is just a full hauling ass sprint that she does.
You know very well you eat this late.
Ow!
You're gonna get heartburn.
Good night.
Get it? Heartburn?
He realized the
That's
joke
it?
as he died. Well,
That's all I get.
that's it.
Give me something to work with.
Don't forget, we also got fucking Elephant Team 2 walking around trying to kill people.
Watch your mouth, little girl.
Spocky spook.
You should know better than to tempt the fates that way. 'Cause the big bad is back. And this time,
What are y'all doing to my boy, man? How? Still slaps. I gotta say, Angel's theme song's growing on me a lot, but it's not this. Also, speaking of things that slap, real quick, this is gonna take 20 seconds out of your day. I promise you don't have to skip. Look what I got in the mail. Look at this. Look at this purchase. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just as horrible as you would think it is. Anyways, that's what I was gonna say. We're all about college now, buddy. Is what they're doing to Spike, man. He keeps calling himself the big bad. He was such a badass in season 2. He had one episode in season 3. That's when Oz and that was season 3, episode 6, right? When Oz and Willow, or I'm sorry, Willow and Xander, they got caught. And he's been kind of gone since then, and he had an episode on Angel. But I think, like I said, the SEAL Team 2 is walking around. I think they just got his ass. So maybe that's where we lead now, since they have Spike. There's somebody relevant we can follow and see whatever that side story that's going on is, or maybe that's going to end up being our main story. Ooh, Wild at Heart. I got so many ideas running through my head.
Heady disc back to and where everything's predictable.
Hello.
Giles, trouble?
Oh, no, Buffy, don't get up. No, nothing like that. No, I just, I thought I'd drop by.
I got to hear the way he said hello again.
Where everything's predictable.
Hello.
Giles, trouble?
Oh, no, Buffy, don't get
Hello.
up. No, nothing like that. No, I just, I thought I'd drop by. Down with the new music. And I have the albums to prove it.
I believe
Yes,
him.
but it's your cutting-edge 8-tracks that keep you ahead of the scene.
Don't scoff, gang. I've seen Giles' collection.
It's nice.
He's an animal in his day.
Thank you.
Hey, why not?
I think it's brave that you're here.
Brave.
Oh, thank you.
That would make me want to leave. I think it's brave you're here. Like,
It made me feel right at home.
Well, isn't home that empty place you're trying to escape?
I like Giles being just a friend. Okay, he's not a teacher. He's not a mentor. He's not a father figure in that moment. He's a friend, man. And like it's cool to have that older friend. And it's weird growing up and always being the younger friend. And then one day you realize that now I'm like the older friend because there's younger friends walking around. And you're 27, 26, 28. And it doesn't sound young to a lot of you, but it's still like it's weird. But having the older friends, cool, man. That's life advice. They hanging out. They're a little awkward, but they know shit. I feel like if anybody I'd want to hang out with at this table would be Giles. For sure. I'd hang out with Oz. Oz is cool peeps, but he's not going to talk much. You can just chill with him. Buffy's going to run off and go kill some vampires, right? Willow, adorable. Probably have a wonderful time hanging out, talking about nerdy shit together. But at the same time, at this point, with this setup, I feel like I'm intruding, you know? I feel like I'm putting Oz out. I don't want to do that. Xander's a ride or die. Like, if you're his friend, he really does have your back. But he's fucking weird. And I don't want to take that coin flip. But Giles is just like, cares about his books. He talks about philosophy and shit. And has been through it. You know, he had a wild growing up, and now he's just an old, seasoned man. So out of this group, Giles or Willow, that's who I'm picking to hang out with at this gig. Is this is the werewolf chick, right? This is Dooku.
Oh yeah, Veruca's playing tonight.
Veruca. I honestly didn't remember. I'm sorry, she said dip a finger in me. Like I'm a fucking chicken tender. Let me dip it in there. All right.
They're good, aren't they?
It's funny because they say such presence. Everybody's like, oh my God. And as soon as I see her up close singing, it just makes me want to giggle. Her mouth is very round as she sings. Bro. Adorable.
Morning. Bad dream.
Y'all laying there face to face, just breathing that stank ass breath on each other.
But tonight for sure.
Gotta get to class right now. That's how long y'all sleeping? I feel like going to class is a process. You gotta wake up, take a shower, brush your teeth, make sure you got the right shit in the bag. You know, transportation.
And I have a thing.
Bro, fuck that. Just real quick and go about your business. Unless you want his rocket to match your hair color, girl, you have to wait. That's awesome. Hey. I'll save it. Was it 3 days? 3 days, yeah. Remember that. I'm pretty sure it's 3 days. My memory's a little skewed now. Story time after the episode. 3 days. It's a doozy.
Shouldn't she have a better reward system? You know, like a cookie or a toy surprise like at the dentist?
That's the one problem in life. The better you are at something, the more is required of you. If you do good, they're going to ask you to do more. A tale as old as time. It's the words. Don't ever become important at work. It shit sucks.
There's room.
Oh, don't do that, man. That's a bad look. Oh. Walk up here with confidence. Oh, I hate it.
My number one is Redbone.
Number one? No, I gotta go with Hound Dog.
Me too. That's a great song. I mean, Elvis. Huh, what a guy.
You a big Elvis fan?
The biggest. Well, I mean, after Dingoes, of course.
We're actually talking amps. But it's easy to get confused the names they give them.
Yeah.
I just want to jump out my fucking window. The word cringe is overused a lot, I think, but it really does make you feel something that I don't want to feel. because I love Oz and Willow together, and she's wanting to be involved in this conversation because she sees the person that she loves the most having something in common with somebody that she's already noticed him like ogling or being like locked in on. Even though, again, I think it's a werewolf thing, not a relationship thing. And even though she has like the Cortana haircut, but it's mixed with like I need to speak to the manager haircut, so there's really nothing going on that I don't think Willow should be worried about. So them having something in common and her sitting there listening to it and feeling so out of place and probably having the thought in the back of her head like, like this is probably what he wants to talk about or what he wants to do. And then her trying to fit in. And then when they talk about the hound dog, whatever they said, red hound, hound dog, and then Veruca or whatever her fucking name is, the band's name, her name, she says, "Oh, are you a big Elvis fan?" Making fun of Willow in the process. And it's not a tee hee ha ha, let's all laugh together moment. It's you clearly don't know what you're talking about, so I'm going to make fun of you. I can see the jealousy in Willow's eyes and in her voice, and it makes me want to. I feel sick. I genuinely feel fucking sick.
You know, I gotta bail. I'll call you later.
No, see, even. Oh, bro, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? Because even that, like, if you're Oz in that situation, if I'm Oz and I'm doing that, you have to pick up on that. Like, oh, we got to go. I'm sorry. It was good seeing you. And you have to give her the reassurance to look at her and be like, you know what? I'll call you later. After she just sat down. God damn, he looked at her last. Gave a forehead kiss to his girl and then.
I should go too. Good shirt.
I'm not tripping, right? Again, I think it's a werewolf thing. I'm not tripping.
Check out the rapid exits. Was it me?
Put the two side by side. It's not a competition. I don't see how Veruca would think she'd have any chance in hell other than the common interest. Granted, it's not just about looks. The personality plays a factor into it, but even in that category as well, like it's 2-0 Willow.
And I don't want to be the kind of girl who freaks every time my boyfriend notices somebody else. I mean, I have wrong feelings about other guys sometimes, but I feel guilty. I flog and punish.
Exactly. I'm sure Oz is flogging and punishing himself.
Yeah,
This is
different.
sounding wrong. Why are you
Horrible
punishing?
analogy.
Look, I promise you, in a couple of days, it's gonna be like Veruca.
You think?
Absolutely. Oz just isn't the type to stray.
Get it straight, dog.
Not tonight anyways. He'll be locked in a cage.
Dude, we're so early in this episode. I'm so sorry for all. We're 25 minutes recording. There's still 33 minutes left of the episode. It's also everything she said there is healthy. Like that is a normal thing. It's just like people who feel bad about their intrusive thoughts. Like the meme is like holding the baby. Like, what if I threw this baby up against the wall? Like you have those intrusive thoughts. Like driving down the highway. Like, what if I moved right now, I'm going in head on traffic. Or you're walking on a bridge. Like I could jump from this. You know, it's the same deal. Like you see somebody, sometimes you'll have those thoughts and those opinions and you'll visualize and things of that nature. But it's just your human brain working. It doesn't mean you should feel bad about it. The only time you should feel bad about it is if you act on it. But I mean, like, if it is something outside of just a werewolf thing, that's what I feel like it has to be, because it feels like it wants to lead you into he's ogling her, but the show is really good at misdirection and pointing you, taking you down a one-way street that has no exit, and then turning you immediately off to an off-ramp you didn't know was there. And then be like, here's what's going on. The show does really good at that, and it's good for the structure. So I think it's just a werewolf connection. I feel like maybe she's an alpha. And I say that just from, we've watched Teen Wolf, we've watched the originals, we've watched all these different supernatural, these shows that have these alpha creatures. And Haley, it's me, Jackson. I've somehow made an appearance in, an old Buffy the Vampire. Anyways, I don't know. It feels weird, but everything they just said is healthy and normal. If you are in a relationship, that is a normal thing. But you have to have boundaries and you have to talk to each other about it. So, shit. Oh, he got a goddamn, he got a Tyler Lockwood cellar. Fuck pussy ass Tyler, bro. Punch him in the forehead over and over. Oh, look at him. Oh, yeah, so that's Oz. Another one's Veruca. Watch. Calling that shit a mile away. Wild at heart. Oh, another scrap it. Ozzy gonna be covered in blood. He got a couple scratch marks on him. Throw it away.
That was, some night.
You did Red Rocket, bro. Come on, man.
So it appears.
I can help you, Oz. You're scared. I was too. But then I accepted it. The animal, it's powerful.
Animal I
Inside me
had
all the
become.
time.
Hell,
So
we
you just have to feel
believe.
sorry
Is
for
that the
everybody
real
else.
me?
Because they don't know
Somebody
what it's
saved
like to
me
be as
from
alive
the
as we are.
animal I had become.
As free.
After dark, I was attacked by wild dogs last night.
Wild dogs.
2 of them.
Biggest things I've ever seen. The first one was, well, for a moment I thought it was a gorilla.
Did you have a question, Buffy?
So I guess she didn't see them mating. That's what I thought she was going to say. It was the wildest thing. I saw these 2 big-ass gorilla dogs fucking under a full moon. And then Buffy would deliver that information to Willow. Oh, God. That is sickening.
Yeah.
Really? Because I felt all spazzy.
No?
The story I'm going to share after this episode is pretty similar to this, except reversal. I'll explain.
Now you can stop.
Oh,
Everything's fine.
oh, it's not.
Maybe you could help me. Stop. I'd really, really appreciate anything you could do.
All the scratches on his back. Oh, and you're kissing her after. Stop. He's too good of a person. He's going to not. Yeah, he can't.
Totally okay.
I'm going to throw up. I don't know. It'd be so much better just to come forth and be like, hey, this is what happened. This is depressing.
Well, you don't have to.
No, I should. I don't have much time.
You had enough.
See you later.
You had enough time to fucking shaboing boing. He's sitting up close and personal to his fucking TV too now.
Buffy, excellent. Come in.
Say the girl's been noticing.
Well, I've deciphered your ingenious code.
Okay. Say I've been noticing Oz. Notice someone else. A woman.
And is this chick noticing back?
Most definitely.
Well, have you asked Oz about it?
Well, I thought about it, but then I'll think I'm all jealous and
No.
worried.
But you are.
Yeah.
And odds are he feels it. I'll bet that's all there is to the weird you're feeling. You guys should talk things out, Will. You both feel better.
100%. Except, we know as the audience that something else has happened, but you got to talk it out and see what's going on because it's, bring it up. The only reason like those conversations like that are uncomfortable is because you both want to succeed as a couple. So you got to have those uncomfortable conversations sometimes. So it's rough to see them two like that. But it is important to have friends of the opposite sex. It's important to have friends opposite of you. He, she, they, no matter what it is, you should be able to have somebody that can give you that perspective. I know in 2019 went through a horrendous breakup, and I didn't talk to any of my guy friends about it because they didn't understand what I was saying. I guess uh, put a strain on a lot of relationships, but all of my women friends were like, I met with so many people and we had so many like heart to heart conversations. And it was beautiful. It's thinking about it, I'm surrounded all but one person, really, surrounded by women who gave me advice and were there and comforting and explained how things went or how they could have went and that it wasn't my fault and there was all these different things and hell even the therapist was a girl. So it's you have to be able to get that perspective. Otherwise you're talking to dudes and they're just fucking brain dead. So it's important. I like that she went to Xander and they were able to have that conversation despite the weirdness that they've had in the past. 10 out of 10. Love that. Every time she sings, it's funny.
I sensed you. Did you sense me?
Come in here.
Did you?
Trash. Trash. And I know why he's doing it. Like, I get it. That was a cool transition. Like, I get it because he's that's just not the way. That's not the way. Not the way. Brother, I would like this so much more if Willow wasn't involved with him. If Oz was just by himself and this was happening, I'd be like, fuck yeah, this is sick, dude. Just like embrace it. But this is dog shit, man. I don't really do well with the whole cheating in the shows and being deceitful with partners. It's just not I don't know, because it's not a love triangle. It's not like a weird thing going on. It's not like your traditional love triangle trope. It's just bullshit. I guess is the best way to put it. Because I didn't buy into the Xander and Willow thing. Like I understood I understand their past. I get that. I just don't think Willow would have ever put herself in that position. That's what I get from watching the show and understanding the characters. I see Xander doing that. I don't see Willow doing that. I definitely, you watch this and you understand that Oz wouldn't be the person to do this. And yet here he is. And there is, I still feels like 90% primal werewolf stuff. But now there's like a 10% coming in. That's fuckity fuckery. Drink was empty as fuck too, boy. I swear she like McDonald's bag. Where'd they get boxers at?
I know what you saw.
Look at this harlot, bro.
Well, I knew you two had a lot in common, but don't touch me.
Nope, you don't. You lost that privilege.
Put you two together in a room all night?
Oh,
Will's got a point.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
She's playing both sides of the fucking course are gone. I hate seeing her sad. There's something about it just is shattering.
So, what? This is payback? I had this coming?
No.
No, it's not.
Because I thought that was behind us.
He was trying to relate in that moment. I don't want it, dude. I don't like it.
And you know what happened with Xander? It doesn't compare. Not with what you and I had. Not with whatever you've been doing with her.
I don't know what Veruca and I have done. When I change, it's like I'm gone.
God, I would just want to get home more than anything. Yeah, we're building towards an inevitable Buffy Riley thing. It seems because he seems like a good guy.
I have to stay.
God, I really kind of wanted her to just see her. Like I wanted to see Willow saying Oz and have that breakdown because I've been in those moments where it's a breakdown whenever you talk to your best friend about a situation. Jesus, God, that would have been good. Heartbreaking, but good.
Pops, she's bad news.
Bad. Bad to the bone.
That might be a good time for your trademark stoicism.
I feel like I just know what Oz's room smells like. It just stank.
By Barabbas, by Satanus,
Satanus.
and the devil.
Devil.
As thou art burning, let Oz and Veruca's deceitful hearts be broken.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Wills. The wills have eyes. That's your baby boo. It's like they wanted her to act like Faith, but like not nowhere near as cool or anything else.
Sometimes you have to, you know? To keep what's yours.
Let the sun go down. We'll be grooving when the sun go down. Rain. They got the screen. Yeah, they had the screen going.
You're an animal.
It's so.
Animals.
She look like a goddamn Beetleborg. Oh, damn, he hit hard. She hit hard. Oh, headbutt. Oh, shit. It'd be kind of fun to watch them, like, or to put on a fursuit and wrestle around like that. Not in a furry type of way, but just like for a scene. Motherfucker's actually running like that. It's crazy. Another kick. That's about 8 kicks this episode. And I really do understand because he is primal and he is wild at heart. But if there was a moment right there where she said Oz and he calmed down, not turned back into human like Incredible Hulk because it's a full moon thing, but if he just calmed down and just kind of like sat and stared at her, it could help make up for a lot of bullshit. A lot. Oh, my fucking soul. My soul. He didn't take down his posters, get his 8 tracks, stick them books or nothing. He just grabbed 14 shirts and a coat. This asshole living in a condo. Got an address. To the Ozmobile. I know what that car smells like too, man. Go back in there and smooch her, man. Oh, man. I mean, that's just tough. Oh, man. Willow learns a singer at the Bronze is a werewolf who has her eye on Oz. Jesus. This came out November 9th, 1999 with a 7.9 rating. I mean, he ended up killing her. That's a lot to take in, man, because it's, how long is Oz gone for? He's got to go find himself out in the woods, and it kind of, how does Willow function now? Because that's her main connection on campus outside of Buffy, but like that's her main friend group. There's Oz and his friends, and the Dingoes got a performance coming up on Friday. So what happens to the Dingoes? It puts a lot of questions into the atmosphere that's hard to answer and hard to maneuver around, I guess. That's really, really fucking painful because he said, "Don't you love me?" And of course he does. And he's still respectful enough not to actually kiss her, but to kiss her on the forehead. And you could tell he wanted to go back inside, but he didn't. And, it's the wolf part of them hooking up is not his fault. Him pulling her into the cage, while albeit in his mind is right, is overall wrong. And that's tough. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just tough. I feel weak. Like I feel sick. Like it's fucking painful. I don't want to see that with those two characters. Like they really do love each other. So maybe Oz can master his wolf turning and can control it at his whim. I don't know. Um, Willow's just heartbroken. Oz is heartbroken. Veruca's dead. Xander's in his basement. Nothing really from Buffy. I hate that the one time that they give Oz a bunch of screen time is where it seems like he's going to be gone for a few episodes. I don't know. We'll circle back to that eventually at some point. I don't know where it goes. Well, I want to see Buffy do her presentation in front of the class. They pull up Spike for a second, but he gets caught by the military dweebs. So I think we're getting closer to figuring out what that is. Maybe in the next episode, it kind of leads into that, but I don't know. Story time, right? The 3 days thing. So I think I've told this story before. This isn't like a new thing. You may have heard of it. If so, once you recognize it, feel free to just skip or bounce, whatever you got to do. So in this situation, Oz makes eyes with another girl. They're both werewolves. They end up doing this thing. So I was working retail. This was 11 years ago now, 12 years ago, 11 years ago. I was working retail, and the girl I was dating at the time was working at like a phone service job, and we had some big shifts coming up. We've been dating over a year at this point, and we're around each other 24/7. Like I'm off work, we're together. That was our free time was hanging out together. So I was trying to do YouTube at the time. I had a YouTube channel since 2013. That's 12 years. Obviously, I didn't succeed at it, but I had one. I was just hanging out, posting gameplay stuff, and so I would spend some time doing that, but not a lot. But we hung out, and we were friends in high school, and bing bam boop, things happen. And regardless of that whole point of it, sorry, I'm trying to get the story together. We again together for a year at this point. We go, and I have a closing shift followed by an open to close, followed by an open, which is basically 3 straight days of working in retail, right? Or maybe I had back-to-back open to closes. I think I picked up a shift at an extra location. So I explained that, like, hey, I got a busy schedule coming up. Like, we were kind of bickering a little bit back and forth. We noticed we were probably around each other too much. Not enough, like, actual individual time or whatever it was. We were just kids. So it's, okay, she had a busy schedule coming up. I had a busy schedule. Let's take 3 days. Let's take 3 days with each other and not hang out or see each other at all. Let's focus on work. And in the 3 days, we'll come back bigger, stronger, better than ever. So we do that. Day 2 rolls around, I believe. And I'm like, man, I really miss her. Go to McDonald's. I get her favorite order. I go to a local store and pick up some flowers. Granted, we live right down the street from each other. About like 10, 12 houses. And I pull up. The car's gone. And my thought process is in the worst spot. Car's gone. I know that, we said if we weren't working, that we were just going to spend time at home and just relax. Maybe she could be at a friend's house. Who knows? But I throw the flowers in the trash can. I eat the McDonald's order. I go home. End of the 3 days, we get together and we talk. And just kind of like when Oz and Willow were looking at each other, like you could feel the awkwardness. I felt that as soon as she walked in, the smooch kiss felt weird. You could feel the vibes were off. And we were sitting on the couch and something came over me. And if she was sitting here, we're talking, and I just go, "Did you fuck somebody?" She was like, "No, what?" I said, "Did you fuck somebody?" She's like, "No, why would you say that?" "Did you fuck somebody?" She kept saying no over and over and over. Finally, once we get ready to leave, I'm standing there, and cat just walked up. As I'm standing there, walking her out, I ask her again. So I'm asking you one time. It's your one chance to tell me the truth. Did you fuck somebody else? And she said, yeah. and that pit in your stomach is unreal. I was holding her purse. I threw her purse into the street. I've always told it as it spun backwards very slowly, things started shooting out into the grass. Um, Hi. Oh, my kitty. We've been gone all week. My cat misses us. And yeah. I mean, we still dated for another year after that because I'm a dumbass. And it happened multiple times. But that point there of just having that revelation moment and knowing, unreal, man. I just would never put myself in that situation. I think I would rather you call me and say, hey, we got to break up, and then sleep with somebody than to completely just fuck somebody over. It's kind of heartless, honestly. But I feel awful for Willow. I feel awful for Oz. And I don't know where they're gonna go with this, but that's the story time. There's my 3 days. There's more stories if they ever pop up. I've knocked on the door and somebody else has been in the apartment. Not again 10 years ago. I've been on Facebook and seen things, and it's a wild life, man. But hey, you live and learn. Shit happens. One, I don't care anymore. There's no grudge. If I saw that person, I'd be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Doing okay? Them three sitting at the table, I've been there before her and I dated. That's how I should have known. With her boyfriend and me and her, red flag. She did it to him, she'll do it to you. So, or did it to her, he'll do it to you. Or any combination of things. So yeah. Sucks, man. Shitty. Some people are just shitty, but hey, you live and learn, you grow up, you live and let go. Some people hold grudges. Grudges? Some trivia for this for Wild at Heart. During the scene where Oz is supposed to be turning into a werewolf, Joss Whedon wrote a special direction to Seth. He told him, imagine he was about to come onto acid. What? In a BBC interview, Marty Noxon said she would have liked to have direction as it was close to heart. Particularly the metaphor most of us have created inside of us make us do things that we wish we didn't do. She adds the whole issue of sexuality between men and women is kind of fought because of the beast. Who is this? Who is Marty Noxon? Do we know her? Oh, she's a producer. Never mind. In 1985, Lindsay Krause played Seth Green's mother in I Want to Go Home in 1985. Here, Oz tries to attack her. Green laughingly called the coincidence the circle of life. Willow and Buffy discuss Veruca. This was cut for time. Willow says, I don't want to be the kind of girl who freaks out every time her boyfriend notices somebody. And now, even if she's throwing herself at him like a $20 hoe, Buffy, please, $10 hoe, 15 max. Maggie's telling Buffy and Riley about the dogs. Maggie, I know how it sounds, but crazy's my speciality, and definitely saw what I saw. Buffy discusses Maggie's dogs with Giles. Clearly, we needed to be kicking some monster booty. Stat. Willow reacts to Veruca. Go ahead and cry, but you should have seen this coming. You can't tame a wild thing. He's not yours anymore. He's in you. He's in you. He'd be thinking about me, not thinking. It's deeper than that. Try to relax now. In a minute or two, it'll all be over. Jesus Christ. Willow says, love, it's a logic blocker. Giles lives at number 4616. Okay. Something about Veruca remaining in her wolf stage as Oz kills her. One of the few times, like season 3's The Zeppo, where Buffy is not the focus. This episode focuses on Willow and Oz. Yeah. The car was a Toyota Supra. Who gives a shit? What? Anyways, all right. That's enough of that. I'll leave it there. I've been recording for almost an hour and a half. I'll chop the things up, make it shorter for Patreon, make it shorter for, there's a lot of dead spaces, and for YouTube, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. So yeah, I'm going to watch another episode of Buffy. Links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist up on screen. Stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.